If you've started looking into long-term care planning, you may have heard someone mention something called an irrevocable Medicaid trust. And usually it's said like this: you should just put everything in a trust and Medicaid will take care of the nursing home. Well, it's not quite that simple. I'm Wes Harvin with the Estate Trust and Elder Law Firm. And today I want to walk you through the real pros and cons of irrevocable Medicaid trusts so you can understand when they make sense and when they don't. Let's start with the upside. One of the biggest benefits is asset protection. When assets are properly transferred into this type of trust, they're no longer counted as yours for Medicaid eligibility. That means you may be able to protect things like your home or savings while still qualifying for benefits later. Another benefit is avoiding probate. Assets in the trust pass directly to your beneficiaries, which keeps things simpler for your family. And even though the trust is irrevocable, you still maintain a level of control by appointing a trustee. That person manages the trust according to the rules you set up. In some cases, placing your home in the trust can even allow you to keep certain property tax protections depending on your situation. But we also need to talk about the downsides because there are a few big ones. First, the word irrevocable means exactly what it sounds like. Once the trust is created and assets are transferred in, you generally can't just change your mind and pull them back out. Second, Medicaid has what's called the 5-year look-back period. Any transfers made within 5 years of applying for Medicaid could create penalties or delays in eligibility. Third, you lose direct access to the principal in the trust. If you suddenly need those funds for something else, they're not sitting there for you to withdraw. So this type of planning can be very powerful, but it has to be done carefully and usually well in advance. The earlier you plan, the more options you have. If you want to explore whether an irrevocable Medicaid trust makes sense for your situation, reach out to us at the Estate, Trust, and Elder Law Firm. We can walk you through your options and help you build a plan that protects both your assets and your future care. If this video was helpful, give it a like, subscribe, and drop your questions in the comments. Hope you enjoyed.